So I am going to go ahead and share my screen with you guys. Here we go. So we're going to be covering part 2 of challenge groups. And I'm actually really excited about this particular part 2 segment because I'm really passionate about a lot of the things I'm going to be covering because I know how game-changing it can be for your business. So before we really dig into the training of the call, I do want to take a moment and recognize our rock star of the week, and that goes to Yadida. I just want to say I am so proud of you, and you just continue to inspire me and set such an incredible example for all of us. You are just always present for all of the team calls, you know, our upline team calls, the big team calls, anything that you can get your hands on. You're just so teachable in there. Your middle name should be Miss Consistent because you're just making it happen, and you're there with a newborn. Like, I just am blown away by you and your eagerness to soak it all in and learn through all the highs and lows of this business, because there's some low lows and some high highs, and your spirit just never dies, and you continue to stay focused on changing lives one person at a time. And it just really inspires me, and we are just so blessed to have your leadership on this team. So I wanted to take a moment and congratulate you and let you know how valuable you are to us all. So I want to take that moment and recognize you, Dita. So congratulations.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So challenge groups. The main point of running a challenge group is obviously to change lives. And so when, like for me and for a lot of people, what makes it so motivating and life-changing is to hear these words: thank you for changing my life. Thank you for being a part of inviting me to something that changed my life. Thank you for supporting me when no one else did. Those type of words are what make challenge groups and the effort that we put into and the no's we hear all worth it, because all those no's just get you closer to the yes and that life that you're going to change, which is what a challenge group enables you to do with the accountability and the support that you provide as a coach. So I just wanted to kind of set that tone. And every single person you meet and talk to in life, through day to day, you just never know who you're going to run across. You have the ability to change their life, and that is just such a gift. Now, it's and at the bottom, I think this really stood out to me. Having prior proper planning prevents poor performance. So that just means basically setting yourself up for success so that you don't under-deliver. Now, some action is better than no action by all means. And as I get going, that will make sense to you more and more. But it is so important to really utilize what's out there for you as a coach and to be the best coach that you can be, the coach that you would want to have yourself. So keeping that in mind, like, what kind of coach do I want coaching me when you're helping people, can really help set the tone for the kind of challenge group that you create. And planning your challenge group, setting those dates for when they're going to start, will get you or prevent you from having not enough people or not the results you want in your challenge group. So making sure you have a plan in place, a theme in place, and that's just very important for your challenge group. So where do you find people for your challenge groups? So to fulfill our purpose of helping people change their lives, it requires us to talk to people in person, on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Social media enables us to really connect with the world and really be able to help so many people from all over. And tapping into that and learning about, at least one of these social media platforms is so crucial to your business, and you can change so many lives by doing that and really get yourself connected with people that are like you, that could benefit from what you have to offer people. And when you're in person, don't be afraid to ask questions. A good example that I heard recently is, say you're getting like a shaker cup and someone is standing next to you getting a shaker cup as well. You could just simply, look over at them. And I know this can be very difficult for some, especially me, because I can, when I get in the grocery store or in various places, I'm there for what I'm there for, and I don't really want to talk to people. But we're in a business of helping people change their lives, and you never know by just, simply asking a question what that can do. And some people don't think about that. So I just want to encourage you to step outside of your comfort zone a little bit. You just never know what it could do. But say they're sitting there looking at a shaker cup, and you go over there and you're getting a shaker cup too. You notice they're looking, and you say, "Hey, so what kind of protein do you use in your shaker cup? Do you have a particular protein powder that you like, or what do you use your shaker cup for?" It just starts a conversation and shows that you're interested. You never know where it can lead. It could lead to them asking you what kind you drink, and you could say, "Well, it's actually not a protein shake. It's a superfood nutrition shake called Shakeology. Have you heard of it?" You never know what that could lead to, but you never know unless you put yourself out there and try. So I encourage you to get out of your comfort zone a little bit and try new things, because you just never know who you might inspire. And obviously social media is a great platform for you to connect with people without having to be in person with them and too social. And if you're very introverted, which is what's so awesome about this business for a lot of us introverts out there. But share your passion boldly about health and fitness. If it's dogs, kids, family, whoever whatever you are, your likes, your dislikes, share that passionately. And health and fitness as a coach should be a big part of that. So passion should come out about that regularly, because it's part of your life, especially as a coach. So where do you find people? By opening up your heart and your mind to people. What piece of someone's story connects with yours? So when you're talking to people, be interested in them, not interesting. Try to listen without so much of you being heard. Try to just connect the dots. Ask questions about their lives and see if there's something or some void in their life that you can help. And a lot of times it's a give and take kind of thing. You ask a question, they ask a question, and back and forth. And then health and fitness obviously is a passion of yours, so it can come up. But don't make it why you're in conversation with them. You just never know. It could have to do with, your dogs and that connection that you have today, and how you can help with their dog that may not be sick, and you may have had a dog that was sick in the same way and can help them in that way, or you just never know. But health and fitness can easily, and a lot of times does, come up in the connections. So that's really big, is just really ask questions. The best coaches don't have all the right answers, they have the right questions. So I just really have found that is so crucial in helping people, is really just being a great listener and working on that. And that takes time and skill, but it is a learned behavior that can be learned. So be the coach you want to have as a coach. Like I said, don't change who you are. Be who you are and be the coach that you always wanted to have as a coach. Personal development, however cheesy you may think that sounds, will help you run your challenge groups and learn how to relate with other people and connect with yourself better. It will help you learn, because some people may not be big talkers, or they may have a different personality than you. And and personal development will help you relate with people that are not like you. And you'll be able to help your challengers in their challenge groups better as their coach when you learn other personalities. And personal development will get you to where you start learning about other people and how people are different than you. Not everybody is the same. So that is a big key thing with personal development. Let them know they are not alone. Encourage and run with them. It's all about the story and your story and being open and vulnerable about your highs and your lows, and that you're doing this with them, that they're not alone in this challenge, that it's a safe place, and that you're there to love and support them. That is the biggest thing with a challenge group, is that to make it successful is to really let them know you're running with them and that you're there to make sure they have a great experience and that they're not alone in this journey. Because so many people are alone in their fitness and health journeys, and that's why they need you as their coach, because they need someone backing them up, supporting them. I had someone the other day tell me, I don't even know you, but I've never had anybody tell me that they were so proud of me, and it meant so much to me to hear that. Just those little words, that I'm so proud of you for committing. And it was a free group, but for her to hear those words meant so much to her, because she had never heard them before, and we're now discussing her continuing on in a challenge group. So you just never know what encouraging someone that may feel totally alone in life, you don't know what that can do to a person. It could really build them up and change their life for the better, so that they can in turn, get the results that they want and move forward in life. And that's what we want, right? Transforming lives from the inside out. So utilize the tools that are available to you for your challenge groups. There's challenge group guides in the back office. If you don't know where those are, talk to your coach. We'll teach you where they are there, but there's tons and tons of resources in the back office, or your coach online office. And we have our options. We have a few coaching guides that we offer as well, so you can utilize those, but it's your group. So you want to make it your own and be you in it, because they joined you. You are their coach. They're looking for your leadership and your touch on things. So don't try to be anybody else in your challenge group but yourself, because they came to you for a reason. So just keep that in mind. Don't get so caught up in the comparison game. Just be yourself and be present in your groups, but not present 24/7. Set business hours, time management, power hour, power pockets, whatever you got to do, but you don't want to sacrifice your family for your challenge groups. Beachbody is supposed to provide you a life without being your life. So set those business hours in your challenge group. No business is open really 24/7, or one person open 24/7. So set limitations on yourself. Don't, if you need to put your phone away, put your phone away. And that leads me into the next slide. Set those expectations with your challengers. Let them know when you will be present for them. Let them know how to best contact you. If you say, look, I'm going to be out of town this week, but I will be around, just not as much as I usually am, but feel free to message me. If you tag me in something, I may not see it, but message me so I can contact you, because I'm not going to be as present, but I'm still going to be around and do my best to get back in touch with you, because I do care. And these are the times that I will be available, whether it's 9 to 2, or after my son or my daughter go to bed, or before they wake up in the morning. Tell them, this is when I'll be available and when you can expect to see me plug in as your coach in the challenge group. And, oh, I think I just skipped one. Uh-oh. Oh, no worries, Megan. I don't know. How do I do that? I don't know how to. Uh-oh, I keep skipping them. Oh, there we go. Okay. So challenge packs are the total package to results. And we all know that as coaches, that the challenge packs really provide all the tools to get them the results. And the whole idea here in our challenge groups is to transform their lives, to make them healthy from the inside out, to make them feel amazing, be amazing, and live a healthy, fulfilling life, which is what Beachbody is all about. You decide, you commit to something, and then you succeed because you committed, and you have the accountability of a coach in a group to help you do that. So the challenge packs provide the nutrition part, the fitness part, the prizes, and the accountability. It is the shebang of what it is that will get them the results. And we all know the superfood nutrients and what that does for us and what it will do for them when they commit to that. So Shakeology can sometimes be something that a lot of people fear sharing too much about. So I wanted to just talk about a little bit about that in your challenge group and learning the value of Shakeology, because it is very important as a coach that you learn that, because it is a big investment that you're asking people to make in themselves. But again, they're making this investment in themselves. It's a superfood nutrition shake, and it is priced the way it is because they're not sacrificing the ingredients because they want people to get results. Learn about Shakeology. Go to the Coach Online office. Learn about why this is the price it is and why it's valuable. People relate with people, not the products. So talk about what it's done for you. How has it changed you? Have you gained more energy than you used to have? Does it help you with your cravings? Does it make your hair and your nails stronger? What ingredient in it provides that? You can learn because there's so many obvious ingredients, superfood ingredients in your Shakeology that can do these different things for you. So share those in your challenge groups to help remind them of the value of the Shakeology that they're drinking so that they can continue moving forward towards their goals. Because we know that all of us know that it is game changing. It is something that, right away I feel so mentally, I feel like I can think better because of it. I feel more awake, and it just, obviously, there's so many reasons, but we all have our own reasons and our own experiences with Shakeology. So share that with people. And yeah, like I said, talk about what it's done for you. Adding value to your challenge groups. Consistently remind them of the value of Shakeology. Like I was just saying, share videos that are inspiring about Shakeology, or do an ingredient feature once a week, like the goji berry and what it does for your body that is an ingredient in the Shakeology, so that they see, oh yeah, you're right, it does do that. And it reminds them of why they decided and chose to drink it to begin with, so that they stay consistent on moving forward on their goals. Go learn some, and so this is kind of my action item, is go learn something new about Shakeology that you may not have known before and share it in your challenge group. The back office, like I said, has tons of tools. There's even a podcast now on Shakeology that can really help you learn more about the value of it. But once again, what is your experience? Don't be afraid to tell people what your experience is each day, how when you drink your Shakeology today, what it did for you. A lot of people will say, sorry, I don't want to do Shakeology. So like I said, talk about how it's impacting you, how you have saved from it. So for example, I used to buy a $5, $6, even more than that, Starbucks drink every day. And now I have Shakeology instead. I'm now spending less on my groceries. I don't need my Starbucks, and I'm saving money. It was a big investment at first, but in the end, I ended up saving more money because I'm not spending as much on my groceries, and I'm not going to Starbucks or craving sweets as much as I was before. So I'm not eating ice cream at night and spending as much because I'm not eating as much, because it's really helped me with my cravings and my Starbucks, or, I don't need my coffee anymore because it gives me natural energy. Whatever it's doing for you, share it. Bring your story into the picture so that they can connect with you, because it's all about connecting with you, not trying to sell it, because it really is, how is it impacting you? They don't want to hear, a sales pitch on it. They want to hear, well, what is it doing for you? And what can it do for me? And now I want to kind of go into something that I'm really passionate about. And the question I wanted to ask is, who would want to double their coaches on their team? And it starts with being bold in your challenge groups and don't have fear of success. A lot of people fear success, and that goes for the challengers in your challenge group that may become coaches, or even yourself. Do you fear success in your business? Is that why you may steer away from inviting them to be coaches, because you don't feel like you can be the leader that they need? Because truthfully, you can. And truthfully, it's their business and it's their opportunity to decide. The tools are all laid out for them. It's not up to you to be the best perfect person to lead them. You do the best you can, but nobody is perfect. We're all growing, we're all learning, we're all doing our 10 minutes of personal development a day, but it's almost selfish not to share this opportunity, because it really does take not only their health and fitness and accountability to the next level, but it has the ability to financially set some people free if they want to take advantage of that. And so I'm going to share with you how I do that in my challenge groups. So I also wanted to say, it can take a while to embrace your story, and especially if something happened, and you don't, like when you were younger and you don't want people to know about from high school or whatever on social media. And it can really take a while to embrace your story. And I just want to encourage you that it will propel you and heal you from that. And you will really thrive in your business, and it will free you being unapologetically you, being who you are, and forgetting the rest. Being positive, of course, but, just showing what you've overcome, what you've been through and what you've been able to overcome provides hope to other people, because there are so many people out there that have, I'm sure, been through the same thing you've been through, whether you want to believe it or not. I don't know what road y'all have been down, all of you, but some of them, it may seem really bad, but I can tell you there's someone else out there that can relate with that and relate with your story. So be bold about being yourself, but take it at your own pace. Don't feel like you have to just share everything right away. Just take time and embrace your story as it comes and as you feel motivated to do so. And make a choice to yourself that you're going to be successful, because you can be in this business, but it is a choice. Because you're the CEO. I can't make you successful. And nobody else out there can make you successful. Only you can make yourself successful. And it's by embracing your story and being unapologetically you. Okay. So, now back to who would want to double their coaches. Okay, so you're going to look for people in your challenge group who are fun, who are posting on their own, who are sharing recipes with everyone in the group. They seem energetic. They're cheering each other on and cheering other, just thinking about other people, maybe tagging someone saying, hey, I haven't seen you post in a while. Those type of people are going to be your next coaches. And they're basically running your challenge group without you. So don't be afraid to let them know that, they're killing it and that they're doing a great job. And here's some ways that I do that. So you can ask them to run your group for you while you're away. This will build confidence in them, and this will empower them to be coaches. So, because they'll see that they can do this. A lot of times the barrier between being a coach and a challenger is that, well, we've heard the sales thing and all of those things, But a lot of it has to do with the confidence. That's the first stepping stone for them, is that they have confidence that they could actually do what we do, because the word coach can sound very intimidating for some people, just because it sounds like I've got to, be this leader and I'm just not. I don't think I can do this. The word coach can really scare a lot of people. And building confidence in them by asking them just to help you run the group while you're away, no biggie. That can empower them to have that confidence to take that step into being a coach on your team. Validate them when they do something awesome. Celebrate them in the group, and celebrate them privately. Message them. Thank you so much. You're so inspiring to me. I show up and tell them, I show up in my group every day because I want to see what you've posted, because you're so inspiring. You kick butt in this group. You help really lead this group, and you're motivating so many people in our challenge group that I'm just so proud of you. And I love seeing what you posted every day. And I'm loving seeing your transformation. You are coaching just like I do. Build them up. That's what it's all about. Building your challengers into coaches by empowering them that they can do this. You are doing exactly what I'm doing. Have you ever thought about doing what I do? That's very, you're taking the pressure off. You're just saying, hey, have you ever thought of doing what I do? Don't limit yourself or prejudge anyone. Groom them to change more people's lives. That is really what it boils down to, because we're in this, like I said from the beginning, to help change people's lives, to have someone tell you, you changed my life. You impacted my life and made me better. And I was so depressed and I was in this dark place before. And then I'm so grateful that you stuck with me and you invited me and you never gave up on me, because I wouldn't be where I am today if it wasn't for you. And by you grooming your challengers into coaches, they'll be able to do that for more people. And this business is something we can't do all by ourselves. We need a team to help us reach more people and have that same thing happen to more people, because how awesome is it to know that you helped a challenger become a coach, and then they say, you financially set me free. Because of you not giving up on me and giving me the confidence to do this coaching thing, I am now able to pay my water bill and my electric bill when it was almost cut off 2 months ago. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have been able to do that. Or who knows, they could have the same thing impact with a challenger, telling them they changed their lives. And, those type of things make it all worth it. The lows are not as low when you have those type of highs. You have been my challenger for a long time. We have been doing this a long time together. So this is like a challenger that's been your challenger for so long. You've been asking them to be a coach. They still are kind of on the fence about it. You can don't let up on them. Don't ever give up on anybody, because you just never know when that timing may be right for them. They could be a rock star challenger for 3 years, and then one day, 3 years later, say, you know what, I'm ready. I want to do this. I want to be a coach with you. I want to help change lives with you. And it's not for everyone. So don't, feel bad if it isn't for them either. But don't ever give up on anybody, because you just never know. So this is a way to word it to them. You've been my challenger for a long time, and we have been doing this a long time together. How do you think I'm doing it as a coach, as your coach? What would you do differently if you were a coach? So you're kind of putting it into perspective if they were a coach. And you're also getting that constructive criticism and that how can I be better? And that is both a good thing, because you may get them as a coach, and at the same time you're learning how you can be a better coach. So it's a win-win. Here's another one. Forgive me for being so bold, but have you ever considered doing what I'm doing? I would love to share more information with you. I think you would be awesome at this because, and then tell them why you believe in them and you think they'd be awesome. Because you're posting my challenge group like I do, just like a coach. You're sharing recipes, you're encouraging people. You do it just like I do. And then ask them if when you share a video or whatever you share with them, when you follow up, always lead on a positive front. Say, what did you like best about this video or the sneak peek that I invited you to? What did you like best about it? What did you enjoy? You want to always start it off on a positive front, because most people tend to always want to start things on a negative end. It's just the way human, the mind works. Most people will want to, say, well, I really am skeptical about them. That's how they'll want to start. So always ask them to respond in a positive way first. What did you like best? That really does help start the conversation off, because they'll get to the what they're hesitant about, but at least they can talk about what they did like first. And like we were talking about before, getting challengers results, however that may be, is the number one goal in all of this. In all of this, it's getting them results. And by doing so, it empowers them to be coaches, or it empowers them to just continue being awesome challengers and change their lives for the better and impact people because of their results. You just never know. We have a crisis out here, and as y'all all know, with obesity, and that's what Beachbody stands for, is they're trying to overcome this trend of obesity in the world. And these challenge groups and this setup that they put together, it works. And that's why we do what we do as coaches, to help in that trend. And in order to do that, we need more coaches out there trying to help more people do this, because we can only reach so many people. So just keep moving forward and, being yourself, being boldly you. Don't be afraid of no. And just be yourself in this, because that's what it's all about. And in the end, you'll change lives. So that's what I have for y'all tonight. Got a little passionate about that, because I am really passionate about this part of the business, because this is what we do, right? So feel free to chime in however you need to, and unmute yourselves if you have any questions. Feel free to ask away. Did anybody learn anything new from this? Hold on, Megan, I can't hear you.
Oh,
now I
can
can.
you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. I really like listening to talking about like being more forthcoming about challengers coaching. I feel like I'm getting more comfortable talking to potential challengers. So I feel like that's kind of a step. I feel like I'm kind of getting outside of my comfort zone to maybe not be pushy, but to ask them more questions, like when they say no, rather than just saying, oh, okay, well, let me know when you're ready. If they're like, oh, no, I can't afford that. I feel like I am starting to like come out of my shell to talk to them a little bit more about the finances or the health factors. And I think the more I've educated myself and the more farther along I'm going, I think the easier it is and just the more natural it is, like just to have a conversation with the people about it.
Yeah, it really is a confidence thing. And I think that really always that pins the tail on the donkey. That's awesome though. Like, yeah, it is all about the confidence, and that shows that you're just growing in your leadership as a coach and your ability to change more lives and grow your business. Because it's tough in the beginning. You're like, I don't know what to say. Sure, that's fine, and I used to do that. How do you know to say that? And, it's just learning over time to be bold about what it's done for you. It's okay if it's not right for them right now, but let me just share with you what it's done for me. And you just never know. It may change their mind, or it just may plant a seed in their heart, and later on they may come back around. But it's all about connecting with people.
I think it's very important how you ended it to number one goal is to help them see results or get results, because I think that's where the impact is. If they see that this is the real deal, it's helped me, then they can actually be going out there and sharing that with others. And I just think that's what kind of helps them to maybe even take that step and move forward with it and then become a coach. So with that, for me personally, I found that I have to be more bold with them. Like even in my challenge groups, give them some tough love, every now and then. It's not just about being the nice, cheering them on coach, although that's very important. But sometimes they need a little reality check and a little, pushing from the back. It's like, you know what? You committed. You said you wanted to do this, then get off your butt and do it.
Yeah.
That's true. I just, I had been messaging this girl. She was in my group, my fall group here, and she just hadn't been participating. And then, I've been messaging her for a couple of weeks, and finally I just emailed her or messaged her and said, I hope I didn't offend you in anything I said. Unfortunately, at this time, it's impossible for me to coach you if you're not participating in the group or reaching out to me. So, I'd love for you to be in another group, but I'm going to have to remove you from this one. So.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I hate to do that, but I am getting, even with my challengers, the more we've been talking about this, sometimes I think some of my previous groups, like when we do our nightly check-ins and stuff, I almost feel like some of them are just like, oh yeah, I did this sheet today, I'll start over tomorrow. And that's all fine and dandy. Like we all have our bad days, but when you're seeing that more in your challenge group than seeing people hit fives and not cheating for the day and making sure they get their water in and their workouts in and stuff like that, it's like, this isn't, it's a great group for us all to connect and everything, but we're here for a reason. And if you're not here to reach your goals, I can't reach your goals for you. So,
yeah.
But I feel like that's kind of, I think Nicole was talking about, it was either last week or the week before, like, or Renee did, those people might be pissed at the moment, but I think that for the most part, a lot of people would come back around and say, okay, I'm really ready to recommit this time.
Yeah.
Or I give them the option. I say, hey, especially if they bought a challenge pack for me, I say, hey, I've got this other group starting on next month. Would you like to try that one?
Yeah, just following up, but I've definitely done that a bunch of times. And doing that is actually showing that you're actually here to coach them for real. Well,
and I kind of want my team to see. I mean, I don't announce it to my teams if somebody is not there, but you can see how many members are on the team, and I almost want the other challengers to see that. Like, we're here to do something. We're here to reach our goals.
Yeah,
I've actually mentioned it in my introduction. This challenge group that I'm running, I told them. I said, I'd like for y'all to go ahead and do an introduction video, and I'd like that to be done by everybody, and that's going to show that you are committed to this. And if not, then maybe this is not a good time for you, and we'll just try another time. So that was one of the expectation, and that's how you just have to let them know that is expected.
Yeah,
it's not easy. It took over a year to get there, but.
It's not. It is so hard.
But it's important.
But I think part of it too is us taking ourselves seriously as coaches, as real coaches. Is not just, this isn't just a hobby. This is something we're serious about. And I think it kind of puts that out there, and I think it builds our confidence knowing that we can tell people, like, I'm here to coach. That's what I'm here for. We can have a relationship too, but I'm here to coach you.
Oh, it also builds our credibility with them. So they'll be like, oh, this girl don't play. If you want results, you go see her, because she'll give it to you. She'll make sure you get results. She'll hold you to that.
That's right.
And that's, we're not playing around, right? We want them to get results because that's what they ask for.
Speaking of results, I am so stinking sore. Started really working out now. Oh my God, I'm barely moving.
Okay.
So I'm gonna get results.
Oh my goodness, that's awesome. And Megan, oh my goodness, your before and after so far.
I feel so good. I feel so good. I said that to my husband today. My husband's like, he's like, okay, I knew you had lost. Like, he sees me naked, but when he saw those pictures, he was like, holy shit.
That's awesome.
That was my 6th week. When I do So on Monday, I plan on I'm going to do a transformation photo on my personal page. And I'm just going to do my 3-week ultimate reset transformation, which is pretty close. It's only 4 pounds difference than that one I posted on our group. But, and then I'll save the longer transformation for maybe another week or 2. I'm going to start posting them on my, I have been using that already on my emails that I'm sending to people. So yeah. Oh, I wanted to share with you guys, this is kind of off subject, so if you have something else, let me know. So I've been on my free clean eating group, so I'm doing a crock pot group right now. It's a huge group, and they're super, super active, so it's really great. But one thing I found, a lot of the people were like having a hard time finding the recipes in the meal plan because there's so much activity in the group, they're kind of getting lost. And normally before I was getting annoyed with it, but now I'm embracing it, telling people, hey, send me your email address, because I have one email address I use just for Beachbody, Megan Gardner Fitness. It's a Gmail account, and my Gmail account automatically saves all of those contact emails. So I'm going to start doing, I don't know if it'll be once a week, every 2 weeks, once a month, definitely once a month. I'm going to mass email all those people, blind copy them, and say, hey, along with my invites I do on Facebook. Then I have multiple avenues. Some people don't check their messenger on Facebook, or they're at their email more often. But I think I'm actually now, when people say, they're in on my free groups, I think rather than that, I'm going to say, hey, send me your email address. Then in that email, I will send them the link they can request to join to the group, and then I have their email. So I thought maybe that would be helpful to everybody. And also this group, I have some Shakeology samples I'm giving away. So my first giveaway Monday, everybody got, they had to track their points. They get 3 points for a sweaty selfie, 2 points for pics of their photo, and then 1 point for comments they made on other people's posts. Well, now I'm doing another challenge tomorrow. They get a bonus 10 points for sending me their email if they want details on my next 60-day group.
Oh, that's a good one.
So I'm starting, the email addresses are starting to flood in, because I just want, and it's so much easier, if I add these contacts to my Gmail, I could put them by like clean eating groups or whatever, where if I want to do a mass follow-up to people, just blind copy the email addresses, because I get so burnt out on all the instant messages. Especially working full-time and stuff, I do it, but I know my husband gets so irritated. We'll be sitting around at night and I'm constantly on my phone, and I don't want to, I can't continue that.
Yeah. I think that's a great plan. And I know
those are just some ideas I had to throw out there.
No, that's awesome. I know a lot of coaches do that, and I think email is definitely the way to go, because Shalene even talks about that. You want to constantly be increasing your list and adding to your list.
Yeah. And I was even thinking, I'm toying with the idea, I'm toying with the idea of doing my next free group on the Beachbody app, because they have to add their email address, right?
Yeah, you do.
So I don't know if I want to do that first, or maybe I'll do my October group on there first, just to familiarize myself with it more, because I've only used it for the health bet. And honestly, I really was only posting on there just to stay active for the health bet. I wasn't, just adding my Shakeology, my workout. So
yeah.
But I might go that route too. So I'll let you guys know.
Yeah, I like the app just because you can keep track of your challengers a lot better. Like if you do go in there actively into the coach portal, you can see like how many days they've logged their Shakeology and how many days they have done their workout. So then right then you'll know, like, okay, and then you'll know right away who's fallen off the wagon.
I love that, because it's hard. I mean, I have a small group right now there's really probably 5 or 6 active people in my group right now. But even with that, it's hard. It's like, I don't have time to go. I try to keep track, and I make a point every Wednesday. I reach out to all of them. How are you doing? What can I help you with? I kind of try to pick a different topic every week to message each of them about differently, because I really want, I have some really awesome challengers right now, and it's good because that's been a goal of mine too, to really start seeing some transformation from my challengers.
Yeah. And like we just talked about, if you're having some really awesome challengers,
Yeah.
time to start planting those seeds and letting them know.
Yeah, actually, this one girl, she lives close to me, like 15 minutes, and I just met her just from one of my, garage sale things. But I was thinking about inviting her to Super Saturday and just tell her, like, hey, you don't have to coach. It's just going to be super fun and motivating, and see if she wants to go with me.
I would totally.
Actually, I think I have 2 girls in my group I might do that with.
Oh, I would totally do that. I mean, that's an awesome opportunity for the business to be shared to them and then to see the culture and how awesome it is to be a coach without you having to like really do anything. I mean, you're just saying, hey, go have fun with me. Let's go. And
well, I think I kind of did that with Nicole. I really wasn't quite, or it was right. I can't remember if it was right before or right around the time I started actively coaching. That was the very first Super Saturday I went to, and I was like, I left there with goosebumps. Since I told her, I'm like, I feel like I just went to a good Sunday at church. I love Super Saturday.
Yeah.
Love it.
It is. It is awesome. Tracy, you should go to one.
Yeah. Where is she? Tracy, where are you? Is she in Georgia?
No, she's in actually New Orleans.
Oh, that's right. She said she was going to be at Summit, right?
I hope so. Is she? I don't think. Can you? Oh yeah.
She said she was going to try soon. Yeah, it is definitely would be more fun to go with somebody rather than go by yourself. But you could even just have a friend go with you, even if they don't do Beachbody. They might get interested.
And as of right now, I don't know anybody here.
Well, that'll help you, like get to know other coaches in the area.
Did you just move there?
Yeah, probably about a month ago.
Yeah.
So, I know my boyfriend is here, and that's the only person that I know here. So,
well, maybe you'll meet a neighbor or something soon.
Yeah.
You guys can go together.
It's too hot to get outside. So.
Yeah, true. Yeah, I'm really interested to see how Summit is down there. That's going to be so hot.
Yeah, that's the thing. Is I came down here for a weekend in June with my daughters, and they're from Florida, and one of them thought she was going to pass out while we were walking around taking a cemetery tour because it was like 100 degrees.
Holy cow.
It was bad. It was bad. So, I mean, it does get really, really hot and humid. And coming from Indiana, it was quite a change for me.
Yeah, that's huge because y'all in Indiana, there's all that snow. You're not going to have that there.
Yeah, I'd only been there for 6 years. I spent 18 years in Florida before that, but yeah. So I had gotten acclimated to the cold again, and then coming down here to the heat again. It takes some time to get acclimated once again.
Yeah.
So, and still looking for a job so I can actually have some income to help as well.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I can tell you that the consistency with this, and even the garage sale sites, like Megan was saying, like making a bunch of friends through those with your free groups can really help.
One thing I know Nicole did, and I did myself, when I moved to Colorado, I knew one couple, one family. We didn't have family or friends here, and I don't know if you have kids or not, but I met some moms through like a Facebook moms group, and I arranged, or it doesn't even have to be moms. You could even do it on a garage sale. Say, hey, I'm new to the area. Anybody want to do a girls' night out and meet in a public place, like for dinner or whatever? And that's just a great way to, at first it's awkward, but then everybody gets a drink or two in them, and then it's fine.
That's an idea. I'll have to look into that.
Yeah, that is a good idea.
Yeah,
because I'm not one of those people I'm not one that will walk up to an absolute stranger and be like, and just start a conversation. So all that's a little awkward. I've noticed that lately. I'm very socially awkward.
Yeah, it's tough. It can be, which is why I like this business so much. I can do it on the computer.
Yeah. That was one of the major things that appeals to me. I'm like, I don't have to see people face to face.
Yeah.
Do it all online. Online, you can do anything.
Yes, it's very true. But yeah, I know those Super Saturdays, the training though is really awesome. Getting to those, and you know, you can just sit and listen, you know, and
I'll have to look into one of those soon.
yeah, I think
there's a lot of people that go by themselves to those too. You usually see people, and I think
yeah,
you automatically have a common ground with people because you're all coaches. So I think it's really easy for people to connect. But they're just very empowering. Yeah, you could leave there with goosebumps. You know, it's cool.
yeah. We can. Is it the 29th? I'm trying to remember.
Ours is a Saturday.
29? Is it
Ours has been a Sunday the last 2 times. Yeah, the 29th.
Yeah, so it's this month on the 29th. So I can look at Tracy as well in the Coach Online office and see like where in New Orleans there's some posted. I know there'll be some around.
Yeah, I had not even looked because when I was in Indiana, there was a Facebook Indiana group of Beachbody coaches that I was in, and I would see the information, but I left there, so
yeah.
I haven't even did anything here yet.
Yeah, and maybe your boyfriend will go with you and just, you know, I don't know. I mean, you can see if you can wrangle him into it. I got my husband to go one point, but
did you?
yeah.
That's impressive.
Yeah, well, it took going to the cruise to get him to go, but
I remember that.
yeah.
That's funny.
He drove.
Yeah. So, but this was a good call. I feel like a lot came out of this, like a lot of good stuff that we can put into action to help change some lives and move our businesses forward. And that's what it's about, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Changing lives, which in turn equals income, and changing lives equals income and growing a business. And yes, it has all the good stuff. So it's just a matter of, you know, acting on what you've learned. You know, it's good to soak in all this information and learn it, but you've got to put action behind it to grow. So that's my tip, is go put action behind it, and, you know, plant some coaching seeds and empower some people in your challenge groups that are rock stars, and get some challengers, plan your challenge group. When is it coming up? And
one other thing. So I used, was it a couple weeks ago when Nicole was talking about our free groups and about following up and like just giving us some ideas. So one thing on Tuesday, I've got to do it tonight, is I'm going to be reaching out to, you know, everybody that I've seen. I'm not going to go through the comments, but everybody that I've seen posting photos and things like that, just to reach out to them to say, hey, you're doing awesome. You know, you're really motivating me by me seeing all of your posts, and keep it up. I found that by doing that, my last challenge, I had one girl that's rocking it in my 60-day challenge right now. I got into conversation with her that way, and she signed up right away. We're only on like day 2 or 3 of the 5-day challenge.
That's awesome.
So it was just a great way to open up conversation with them, and just to let them know, like, you're encouraging me too. I'm not just here to encourage you. Like, you're rocking it.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
It's very, very true. Well, I'm excited to go implement some of this stuff I'm learning. Thank you for sharing all this, Megan. That's awesome. Everybody, like, this has been a good call. But I'm going to allow everyone to get back to their families. I know we've been on here for like an hour now, but thank you so much for taking the time to plug in and be a part of this with us, you know, tonight. We can come together, but we'll do this again next week. And Thursday, we'll still do our power hour. So feel free to plug into that, and we'll do some, you know, work for an hour together. Have fun doing that. Bring your wine if you want to, and whatever. Have fun.
oh shit, no, Thursday, no, not until next week for me.
Oh man, well, you know, you can bring your water.
Still going strong with my water.
Yeah, you can bring all your little supplements.
Yeah.
I know on week 3, I feel like I had like handfuls of pills. I'm like, here, all these herbs.
You know, I've been loving it, but finally the last 2 days, I'm like, good Lord, this girl needs a cheeseburger. just want like a big hunk of meat. I don't care if it's fish or like, I'm ready. I've been really good. I haven't been craving it, but all of a sudden the last 2 days, I'm like, okay, I'm really sick of microgreen salad. I'm done with the frickin' microgreens.
Why? I know that one's like an everyday thing. I'm like,
I know.
no.
Tomorrow I'm doing spinach salad because I need to switch it up a little bit. It's good, but I'm just burnt out on it. I need a little variety.
Yeah, I would change my fat from like I'd switch it between the olives, the nuts, and the avocado, like to
Yep. But otherwise, it's good.
Yeah, it is good. And, you know, those salads are they're good for you. It just, it's like every lunch again.
Yeah, I told Andy, I think part of their plan is like, I'm like, at lunch, I'm like, oh God, another salad. And not that it's bad, but I'm kind of sick of it. So it takes me like an hour to eat it. And I think at that point, I'm like, I think this is the plan by the hour. Like I give myself an hour and then it's like, I'm closing this baby up. So I think that's all part of the plan. Then you don't eat as much.
Yeah. And when you eat the dinners, I'm usually rolling out of the chair. Like, I'm like, oh my gosh, I got to lay down. I can't even take a deep breath right now. Like, why do I feel You have 3 meals a day, but you can't breathe after them.
I had a sweet potato last night with dinner, and I was eating, I was like, oh my gosh, a sweet potato has never tasted so good in my life.
That's awesome.
Yeah, Andy's cracking. He's like, are you kidding me? I'm like, no, this is amazing right now.
So did you ever end up liking or not liking the whatever you say?
Oh, the tempeh, it was okay in that wrap that I made. I never made it again. I did sub out those meals for a different one.
Yeah.
I was like, because there were some other ones I really liked. So I was like, okay, I'm not going to put myself through this.
Yeah, I was actually gagging when I tried. And then we went through, like, just for fun, because I was having a barbecue at my house that day, and we videoed, like, Kristen. So she's like, it's not too bad. And I think she was just trying to be nice, but her husband was like, who was used to be in the Army. So, he had eaten, like, all types of crazy stuff. And he's, like, gagging and throwing it back up in the trash can. And he's like, what is this? Like,
that's awesome.
And we're, like, laughing and, just having a good old time with how tempeh tastes.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was because I didn't marinate it long enough, but I tried. I did what it said, but I needed, like, the bacon kind, if at all.
Yeah. Not the best. All right, I'm going to do all my follow-ups. So you and ladies have a great night.
Yeah, you too. Talk to y'all later.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Bye.